budget-friendly garden hacks. Gardens can look expensive. People can go out there, they can spend tons of money on fertilizer, on bug spray, on soil amendments, tools, but you don't have to. It all depends on what you want. We did a raised bed out of scrap 2x4s, and it works really well. But there's some outfits out there that make some pretty nice ones. We've saved a lot of our own seeds, but we bought quite a few, on sale always. But that's just because I'm efficient, or cheap as some people would say. I did want to kind of talk about my philosophy, about how I came up with this. I didn't just willy-nilly say I don't want to spend any money and don't want to weed. Budget garden hacks. Doesn't that sound clickbaity? I can say get some sticks and make a trellis, and that's a budget garden hack. But I want to talk about this just a little bit. You know, gardens look expensive. They don't have to be. But the thing you want to look at is your ROI. Return on investment. Just like a manufacturing system, except it's biological. There's inputs, there's processes, and then there's results. So it makes sense to me to look at the ROI. What kind of return are you going to get with your investment? So if we look at some cheap hacks, so whether we're picking up screens or sticks at a yard sale, or discarded out in the yard, or something that you just found laying around, you want to look at your ROI. You got that $50 tomato, or you got the free tomato. You want to look at it, what makes sense to you. And right here, as we're getting into fall, and our cucumbers have died back, we're just going to cut and drop. Yes, that's part of a hack. That just adds to your deep mulch. And since your deep mulch is your main hack, it just makes sense to continue to cut and drop. One of the tenets of this kind of gardening is if you want to make a big change, you got to change the way you see things. When I was brought up in the 60s, they said gardening had a season. And I believed that all the way up into my adult life. You last frost, you plant heavy, you harvest, you can, you're done. That's the old way of thinking, and it's very work intensive. And what I specialize in is removing waste out of a system. So if you succession plant, you don't have all your harvest coming in at the same time, there's a lot less work. It's a lot more consistent, and you can get a lot more food that way. But like I said, in Wyoming, with their winter, when it froze hard, it was pretty tough to go ahead and garden. But a lot of the world, from zone 5, 6, 7 on down, if you change the way you see things, your garden doesn't necessarily have to have a season. Now that we have an empty trellis, what are we going to do? Yeah, we're going to plant. Come on, let's plant. Here's a major cost-saving hack for your garden: save seeds. We took these out the last couple pods from the springtime planting. They had dried on the vine. And now, I'm going to put them in our September planting. We got plenty of time. These grow pretty fast and they're very cold tolerant. I'm just going to space these out just a little bit. And that way we've reused our trellis. We just want good soil contact with a little bit of mulch back over it. And there you go. Allowing your volunteers to grow is another great hack. I just spotted this. And looking at it, you can't see the stripes. Good spot. It's not very big, but the tendrils dried up and the leaf is dried up. This vine is gone. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest that. And that's just a free watermelon that came up on its own. And that's what I mean by your ROI. I've got no money put into this, and I've got a nice little watermelon. Why do we have buckets everywhere? Well, the more rainwater you can catch, the less water you have to use. But with the deep mix mulch the way it is, it prevents evaporation, and that is another huge hack for your garden. It's a huge cost savings. You're just eliminating putting extra water into that system. Oh, here he goes again, talking about the deep mulch and picking okra. Well, this is a daily routine. You know your okra can grow 2 inches a day if you don't stay after it. With these flowers coming on, each one of those flowers only lasts 1 day, and then they make an okra. And as we get towards fall, we kind of want some of these warm days. You know, I haven't put a bit of fertilizer on this plant. I haven't put a bit of fertilizer on this garden in 7 years. That's because of the deep mulch. Now that deep mulch feeds the life in the soil, and that life in the soil breaks down all the minerals your plant needs, makes them plant soluble. I wrote extensively about this in my book. But the bottom line is, for our discussion today, we're trying to eliminate things out of a system. You eliminate fertilizer, just think of the cost you're saving. And you're using it with free mixed deep mulch. And to get started, it really is free. You just pile leaves on the ground, 4 inches thicker. You want to put it down thicker, you'll be surprised just how fast that breaks down. But once you get your ground established, then it doesn't take very much maintenance. You're just adding to it when you get a thin spot or if a couple weeds start popping up. That's really all you have to do. And right here is a great example of a not $50 tomato. This is a yellow tomato and it's going to blush, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. It'll continue to ripen in the house. But we saved seeds off of these last year. This plant's been producing pretty well, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more of these coming on, and we've been eating off of this all summer. That's just an example of a couple of the hacks we've already talked about. Save your seeds, use your deep mulch. I find saving seeds is a big part of my garden. There really is no big mystery on saving the seeds. We laid them out on these screens and let them dry. And I'm going to also use the screens. With the holes in the screens, you're going to keep a bunch of your garbage from falling through. So all we're going to really start doing is just kind of rubbing that through our fingers. And those seeds start falling out of there. And if a butterfly comes and helps you, that's good. And actually, the smaller pieces are a little easier to work with. You're not going to get every one last little bitty seed, but you don't need to. Some of that goes to the birds, some of that goes to the volunteers next year. And this is just a good demonstration, but we process all the seeds the same way. Just kind of lightly roll them through your hand and sieve out the garbage. And since I'm not selling these, I'm not too worried about too much of the garbage. In the deep mulch, when you plant, if you got a little extra, it just becomes part of the mulch. And this thing is just full amaranth. I really do mean the hardest work we ever do is harvest. We gather the flowers, we dry them, then we got to process them, then I got to process them again. And I only did 1 screen. I've got another screen, I got some hanging on the fence, and we got a whole bunch more that are still growing. Yeah, we got quite a bit more amaranth to take care of. Summer's not quite over. And if you get a grasshopper, you can remove them by hand. Being a week away from fall, it's still 90+ degrees out here today. This watermelon's almost ready to come in. I'm gonna take a little break from harvesting seed, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut one of those other watermelons, see what we got. And I apologize if that title was just a little clickbaity. I could have made it run through 1 through 5. These are the things you can do to save money in a garden, but I don't really think that's what it's about. I really think it's about what you value. A $50 tomato, if you're home growing it and it tastes great and you're happy with that, that's wonderful. If you save seeds and you let the rain hit it and you put free mulch down, that's wonderful. If you want to make a big change, you got to change the way you see things. I changed the way I see things, and with this deep mixed mulch gardening, I've been able to harvest more food than I ever have in my life, give away more of it with a whole lot less work. Well, everybody carries a butcher knife out in the garden, don't they? when you get hot and bothered, oh, that's split. Oh, now that is a beautiful personalized watermelon. You save money on water, save money on that last bag of fertilizer you're never going to have to buy again, save money on dangerous chemicals you won't have to buy again. Just a wonderful way to garden. Nothing like cooling off with your own personal yellow-orange watermelon that came up on its own. Free food. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family. God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.